Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for our weekly press conference. We have one topic today. It is our announcement about the opening of the application period for jobs with the Erie Police Department and the Erie Fire Department. Every day, in everything we do, my team and I strive to make Erie a community of choice, where we celebrate our rich cultural diversity, our welcoming, vibrant neighborhoods, our world-class downtown and bayfront, our excellent education for everyone, and our abundance of good, family-sustaining jobs. We are using this hiring process to promote diversity, equity, and inclusion so that our policies, initiatives, and programs will better align with our vision and so the city employees represent our community much better. We promote cultural diversity in many ways, including our police and fire recruitment strategies. One of our strategies is through the Strengthening Police and Community Partnerships Council's Answer the Call series. The goal of this program is to present firsthand information to residents on our hiring process. Our goal is to hire firefighters and police officers who reflect Erie's rich cultural diversity. Throughout the Answering the Call series, we partnered with the local NAACP chapter and Erie Public Schools to ensure we reach our goal of 15% Black, Indigenous, people of color, and female candidates passing the Erie Police Department and the Erie Fire Department written test and the physical agility test. Through our recruitment efforts, each year since 2018, we have exceeded that goal. For the last 2 years, we have seen positive results in the diversity of the candidate being hired. I want to thank Gary Horton, president of the local NAACP chapter, Erie School District Superintendent Brian Polito, Erie High School Principal Don Orlando, and Ken Nixon Jr., the Erie Public Schools Coordinator for Education, Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. They partner with the city to prepare students and increase our diversity on both the police and the fire departments. Additionally, to increase the number of women applicants during the Women's History Month in March, we held an Answer the Call event at Erie High School. We want to thank everyone who attended, and Erie Fire Department Lieutenant Sheena Mischel and Erie Police Department Officer Kayla Pound for encouraging young women in the community to apply for these jobs and for sharing their lived professional experience. On the side note, please watch The Insider with Erie News Now reporter Lisa Adams this Saturday and Sunday to hear retired Fire Chief Greg Martin, who will be speaking in a moment, and Lieutenant Sheena Mischel talk about the Erie Fire Department's hiring process, and Sheena will also showcase her turnout gear. Now, if you're unfamiliar with that term, turnout gear is simply a uniform a firefighter wears when responding to a fire. It's very interesting to learn what everything she wears and why she wears it. There are a lot of opportunities to watch this show this weekend, including the following: on WICU, Sunday at 11 a.m., on WSEE, Saturday at 12:30 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and also Sunday at 11:30 p.m. CW, Sunday at 6 a.m., and Erie News Now Plus on Saturday at 3 p.m. or Sunday at 7 p.m. Finally, I want to remind everyone that the Erie Police Department applications are available online right now through June 30th, with an $80 application fee payable online or by signing a money order. And the Fire Department's application will be available online from April 18th to April 29th. There is no in-person application for the Erie Fire Department. There is also a $50 application fee and a $15 study guide fee, which both of those are payable online as well. The Erie Police Department, next, Lieutenant Tom Lennox helps lead the Erie Police Department recruitment efforts, as well as the Police Athletic League program, which is very good. Lieutenant Lennox will now give you a few more details about becoming an Erie police officer. Lieutenant Lennox.
Thank you, Mayor, Chief, command staff sitting in the back. I'm happy to represent the Erie Police Department for this important initiative. Before I go into the statistical data, I'd like to share a few thoughts about why I chose to become a police officer. I remember when I was a juvenile probation officer, I would see kids come in and out of the system, and I thought that by becoming a police officer, I could have a positive impact on those kids and hopefully redirect them in a more positive and productive way. So I applied and I made it on the job. Now I oversee the POW program that serves about 800 kids in Erie. I'm seeing firsthand the mindsets of these kids. But not only the kids, but also their parents' mindsets are beginning to shift towards the "it takes a village" model to raise our children. And that will benefit everyone, especially the kids. Now on to the numbers. In August of 2022, out of 69 applicants that tested for EPD, 46 out of the 69 applicants passed both the physical agility and the written exam. Of the 46 who passed, 42% were minorities. A vast improvement over the years, and it is paying off. Out of the 27 officers hired since July of 2021, 37% were minorities, 3 of them being white females, 6 African American males, and 1 Latino male. In the next few months, the Erie Police Department will hire 10 more officers from the 2022 list. Out of the top 10 potential candidates on the list, 5 minorities are women, 50% of our eligible candidates, 1 Latino male, 2 white females, 1 African American male, and 1 Middle Eastern descent. When we set out our goals, we knew that the first step in diversifying our department was to get more minorities to take the test. Our team has worked extremely hard to recruit and prepare potential candidates. We are now seeing the results of our efforts, and we will continue to improve on them. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lieutenant Lennox. We appreciate all your work on this. I really appreciate what you're doing to make sure the police department looks like the community that we serve. Next, to give us more detail on becoming an Erie firefighter and what that's like, we have retired Fire Chief Greg Martin with us, who serves as our fire recruitment coordinator. In addition to being one of Erie's first black firefighters, he might be best known for becoming Erie's first African-American fire chief. In that role, Chief Martin spearheaded many initiatives in health and wellness, mental and physical evaluations, updating and standardizing gear and equipment, dealing with issues for female firefighters, and handling financial issues. Chief Martin, would you like to say a few words about the fire department's recruitment strategies? Thank you for your work.
Thank you, Mayor, and good morning. I'd like to point out that one of the reasons why it's so important that minority recruits be welcomed to the Erie Fire Department and the City of Erie employment in general is just that it's a very important psychological concept that you feel that you belong. You may not think about it, but almost every aspect of our life is a sense of belonging. And that creates a feeling of love and safety. Think about a young toddler. That toddler gets hurt, they run right to their loved one because that's their circle of safety. If you look at the communities around us that we all live in, the community segments tend to work together, live together, play together, because that's where your circle of safety is at. Well, to be an Erie firefighter, everything is about safety. Safety first. Safety from the minute you walk in the door. Safety from the minute you even take your application. And while I'm on the subject of the application, it's very important that you even think you might want to be an Erie firefighter. Go online to the city's fire department website, get that study guide now. Start studying now. Start your physical fitness now. You need to be aware of what's going to be out there for you. And the quicker you start, the better prepared you're going to be. The Erie area has a very welcoming atmosphere. And I don't know if you've noticed in the news and the community around us, but there's even recruiting efforts to bring Middle Eastern immigrants to the Erie area. The population of Erie, the African American, runs right around 12-13%. And a lot of the Erie community has direct connections to the south. People who have a familiarity with the background of Erie African Americans know that people such as Reverend E. Franklin Smith had pipelines down south. Many African Americans probably have a direct connection to Jones County and other areas in Mississippi. This is why the Erie Fire Department and the City of Erie and Mayor Schimber want to make it a point to make sure that all people of all backgrounds are aware that there's a place for you on the Erie Fire Department. As the mayor mentioned, the applications for the Erie Fire Department are online only, not in person, online only, beginning April 18th through April 29th. Check out the website, get the study guide now, start studying the requirements. There are test preparation sessions that will be announced along the way. The written test is July 8th. The CPAT, or Candidate Physical Ability Test, will be announced and is only open to those who have passed the written test. Now you say, okay, so what? You were chief, that was you, one person. What about me? I'm just a Joe out here on the corner. Well, guess what? So was I. I hadn't had any intention of being a firefighter. I was happy just hanging around doing what I was doing. I worked at a factory job and I was happy. Then I started seeing people who were, that I knew, who went into the service and came back with a law enforcement background as MPs or air police. My neighbors was a police officer. And I came to find out about a gentleman named Willie Blakely, who was an Erie firefighter. He was the first Erie firefighter. And through these little connections like that, I decided, well, hey, you know what? I think I'll take the test. I came down, I applied. At that time, sometimes the testing cycles came together. And it was fortunate for me and convenient that I was able to sign up and take both tests, the police and the fire. That's no longer possible. But at that time, I was able to, and I did. And when I went through the process and I came out high on the fire department test, I looked up, thanked my God, and took that as a signal. That's where I was to go. So I followed up, and the rest is history. And you, ladies and gentlemen, can be a part of that history. Get your study guide now. Start studying. Start working out. And that's another reason why it's important to get the study guide and to stay in touch with the website so that you know you're not going to be left out there. There's going to be prep sessions for everything to walk you through the process, and so that you too can become a part of your community, your police, your fire. I could go on forever talking about my memories as an Erie firefighter, and I'm not going to, though. One thing I will point out, though, and Lieutenant Sina Michelle has pointed this out at other places, and I've pointed it out before. When you become an Erie firefighter, it's not like family. You become part of a family. You live and work with those people. Those guys and gals, I mean, aside from the fact that your life rests in their hands, just like their life will rest in your hands. But Erie firefighters work 24-hour shifts now, 24 on, 72 off. You become very close to those individuals. Not just because you live, eat, breathe, sleep, play with them, it's because there is just something about it. Anybody you talk to who's ever been a firefighter will tell you, hands down, it's the best job in the world. And on that note, I'm going to let it end there and hope to see or hear from you. Look on the website. There's contact points for contacting the fire department, recruiting, and getting you going. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chief Martin. I really respect you and your dedication and your service to the Erie community. Thank you very much. It's wonderful that we are now willing to jump back in and lend a hand to help us with recruitment initiatives. I want to give you a final reminder about police and fire applications. Everything we need to know can be found on our website, which is http://cityof.erie.pa.us. For the Erie Police Department, applications are now open through June 30th. The application fee is $80. For more information, please scan the QR code on your screen, which provide details about testing, salaries, benefits, and other pertinent information about the whole application process. For the Erie Fire Department, applications will be open online from April 18th through April 29th. There is no in-person application possible. There is a $50 application fee and a $15 study guide fee, and those fees are payable online. You can scan the QR code on your screen now for more information about becoming an Erie firefighter. Again, we strongly encourage the BIPOC communities, women, veterans, and recent high school graduates to apply for these good family-sustaining jobs. Now that concludes this week's press conference. Please follow us on social media for the latest updates on everything happening right here in the city. Everyone who spoke is now available for interviews, and thanks very much for watching today.